Hey, good evening. Good evening, Neharika. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
I'm good, yeah. Couldn't be better. I think so far, so good. आज मैं सोच रही थी, there are so many one-liners that keep coming to my mind. And the people are using it these days. They're like, have you sanitized your hands? Then it is, are you safe? You're
Yes,
home. Then it
yes.
is, I think very
Get your
frequent.
shot.
Yes, have you got your shot? As a doctor,
Yes,
what comes to
yes.
your mind? And of
That's
course,
a
all
common.
all-time favorite, am I audible?
Yeah, I think in times of Zoom and COVID, these are definitely the very popular lines that we're asking everybody. We've forgotten about every other line, but yeah, this is frequently being used. Or, have you gotten your jab? That's a question I get very often. We haven't been using the word jab in such a long time, Now it's like, oh, have you been jabbed?
I'm so cool though. It's added
Yeah,
a new word to the vocabulary. I can say that for many people.
yeah, that's true. How about you? Have you gotten jabbed?
Yes, I have, sweetie. One is
Oh,
over, waiting for the second one. I hope you are also jabbed.
I am. I was supposed to be getting my booster dose also, but I just got one. And honestly, because all my dental colleagues were getting it done and were complaining of symptoms like fever, and some of them was really sick. So
Oh,
I got a little worried. I said, okay, let me first see what kind of a reaction do these guys get, and then I'll decide. But I think thoda late ho gaya
smart
because
girl, smart girl. I can tell you, Niharika, when I think of you, I feel, my God, yeah, you're such a deadly combination. You're a dental surgeon. Then, of course, you're A-class biker. And, of course, you're so gorgeous looking. मतलब क्या रह गया यार, क्या रह गया, बाकियों के लिए भी कुछ छोड़ देते.
अच्छा कोशिश कर रहे हैं बट क्या करें जो भी नजर में आ जाए हम उसके पीछे भागना शुरू कर देते हैं. I'm like, okay, I love this
The
passion.
word is speed, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I think the word is passion. That's what I would use.
Actually, you're right. Speed
That,
when
that,
I see the
uh,
kind of things you're doing. And of course, for me, the word, when I look at you now, I always think, I said, yeah, the word that most connects with Niharika is the word passion.
passion. I would have to agree. Because I also feel like, what passion really sums up to dedication, love, all the good words. Anything that is synonymous with happiness can also be used for passion. Anything which is synonymous with hard work, with love, anything at all comes. So for me, that word passion is my favorite. I
Yeah.
sum it all by saying that dentistry or super bike racing, both are my passion, and it comes very genuinely from a heart space.
I can imagine you're so excited about it, even talking about it. When I think about you being a biker, I mean, like, I'm so in awe of you. Remember, I was telling you a few days ago that one time, even secretly, I wanted to be a rally racer.
Yes, of course, you told me. Yes. So you
I
had your passion as well.
one of the things, but I didn't really pursue it, unfortunately. But I must tell you, I must confess, my speedometer, the thing I've touched 310.
310?
Yes.
310 in a car
Yes.
is absolutely insane. That's what I'm saying. 310? Oh my God.
Did it
I,
when this
I
was
can
in
say
Dubai.
that I've touched.
This was in Dubai, I can tell you, because I grew up there. Now I told you about it. So
Yeah.
it was there. I did 310, and I can't tell you, it was such a feeling. So when I know that you and speed go together, I want to know something about that. What do you feel, yeah?
So, as you know, I've been racing bikes,
Mm.
and I have been racing bikes for the last almost 6 years. And it just started after a brief visit to Buddh Circuit, which is the circuit in Noida. I just gone there with a friend of mine, and all these guys were on these powerful super bike, these machines. And I was just standing there. I was watching all of them on the grid, and I was so super excited because imagine standing there watching these bikes, just go past you one after the other, and with all these men who are clad in these biking leathers and these cool helmets, and the whole atmosphere there was just so much of again, I said it was passionate. That's the true way I'd sum it up. And I got so excited. I was so happy. I said, I have to do this. And sometimes, you go to places, you kind of pick up on passions, but you don't really end up going back and pursuing it. But I think this was my purpose in life. It was a calling, which truly happened. And I went back to the track after a couple of months. I picked up a bike which is of a lesser cc. So when you talk about power, of course, as you would know, we talk in cc. So I picked up a lesser cc bike, which is called the KTM RC390, which was my first bike ever. So I started riding that bike on track. In fact, I didn't even have my own leathers. So I had to borrow leathers from fellow riders, because when I started 6 years back, women's leathers, racing leathers, were not available in India.
Of course.
Because such small-sized helmets, racing leathers, all the safety gear was not available for women. So I had to, of course, be wearing men's loose, baggy leathers and riding. So I actually looked like a parachute on the track. Yeah, but amongst all these amongst all the super bikes, I used to be this little bike that was going, and practicing. And that's it. That's how it started. And then I went on to pick up, of course, a more powerful bike, which was the Ducati 899. And I raced for the first time in 2015 at the JK Tyre Superbike Championship. That was a race where all the men were participating, and I was the only female on the grid lined up.
My God, it must have been
so it was amazing, because below all those 40-50 helmets, one of those helmets under that, of course, was Dr. Neharika Yadav, which most people didn't know, but so that's been my journey.
Wow. When I hear such stories, they inspire me so much. I realize one thing, that when passion actually becomes the way you work, it turns out beautiful. It becomes an extension of you. You don't feel it. You just feel, because you're enjoying it so much. Whenever a passion converts into work, it is like a dream come true, isn't it?
That is true, yeah. I just feel like your dedication towards, that passion, of course, becomes stronger. Like I told you today, not just biking, but also dentistry is a passion. So when I'm operating on my patients, when I'm working on my patients in clinic, my dental chair is a place where I have patients lined up, and I feel like it truly comes from my heart to treat those patients, to take away their pain. When you have a skill where you can take away people's pain, I think that sums up to everything amazing in life.
I think that's when people think, when a lot of people would ask me, "Oh, Shefali, what do you want to do?" And I would say, I want to create smiles for people. Actually, at one time, they probably thought I wanted to be a dentist. But I wanted to create smiles for them through my motivational talks, through my stories, through my sessions. But yeah, it's my own way of creating smiles. Come on, you have such a beautiful set of teeth. You have to show off.
Yeah, practice what you preach. I don't want to be a dentist who's like, you need a smile correction, and then you're sitting there and the patient looks back at you and goes like, I don't think she should be giving me that advice.
I agree with you. Yeah. I do. But मजेदार बात ये, जब तुमको लोग देखते हैं, मैं सोचती हूँ कि यार, can she cook? And I know you're a moody cook, but you have to tell me, what's your favorite dish that you would like to cook?
So, very honestly, I'm more of a baker. Okay. Or I'm more of a dessert person, So whenever I'm in the mood to cook, I will always go straight to the oven. Probably start baking a cake, or it'll be cheesecakes. I was very close to my grandmother, my nani. Okay. And my nani was Goan. So you can understand, she was one of the most fantastic cooks I'd ever met in my life, Today I can say that for my mom, but my nani was this level, So she, she's no more, but, she had given me this diary, and she said, don't share this diary with anybody. It's got all my recipes in it. So of course, my number one recipe was a cheesecake, which was a lemon cheesecake, which I make beautifully. And I'm very well known amongst all my friends circle, and at home also people are like, you have to make the lemon cheesecake, So I know that's true. But see, as you said, cooking, I think she was the first person that came to my mind. That's the kind of influence she had on me when it comes to cooking, So
that's great, yeah. Other than, obviously I know that you're busy as a dentist. Other than being, in the clinic or at the tracks, do you do anything else that you would love to share with me?
My routine actually is so hectic because morning, from 10:30 to almost around 2 o'clock, I'm in clinic. Then I break for lunch where I'm either catching up with my friends or I'll come back home, rest up. Then 4:30 again, I'm back in clinic. I get free by around 8:30. So that's what, and on weekends, I'm at the track. So, or resting up because after back-to-back patients and slots, I'm totally exhausted. I'm totally tired, yeah, because as the profession of dentistry is such where you have to be bending in all the time. So that really takes a toll on your health. But having said that, if there's another thing that I do, of course, it's catching up with my friends. It's working out. I love going to the gym and working out. I'm definitely a fitness freak as well.
Of course.
So yeah, yeah. So yeah, these are things I like to do. I'm very close to my family. I live with my parents. So I spend most of my time, whichever time I get, which is free, I love to spend it with them. So those are the kind of things I like doing. Yeah, and I love traveling. So when I'm out traveling, of course, yeah, then my phone is switched off.
Yeah, it's nice. We need to take that kind of a break, isn't it? From your daily routine. I think
We
it's
do.
very important. I think what do you call self love is so important.
Very important, and I've learned that only in the recent past, that self love is so important. It's very important to take care of yourself because when you attend to yourself, you can attend better to others.
Of course.
So that's self love is key, and I think my biking is also is a form of self love because it's a passion that I chose. It's a passion that I do to keep myself happy. So I would say yes, self love is a beautiful word, and I definitely apply it in my life by having a passion.
That's fantastic. And if I'm not mistaken, you also wanted to do this because looking at your dad being a hero. And I think it runs in your genes, that speed ka kida.
Yeah, that's true. Because people keep asking me that being a woman, being a girl, uh, how did you adopt something like racing?
Yeah,
So it came very naturally to me because my father was a fighter pilot in the Indian Air Force.
I know.
So so being a fighter pilot, also he was apart from being a fighter pilot, he was also rallying cars. So back in the days, he was participating in Charminar and the Himalayan rallies and everything. So now I know where I got it from. It didn't just come into me.
I
It was
think
inborn.
definitely depends on how encouraging your parents are. And I think you have very encouraging parents.
Yes, yes.
That
They
makes a
are
world
very
of difference.
supportive.
That makes a world of difference. I mean, so what if somebody is a girl child? So what? I mean, if you support your child, I think usse badi baat koi nahi ho sakti hai, whatever said and done.
And I think I'm definitely inspiring and motivating a lot of women
Yeah.
to also come out and not race bikes. I would say not just race bikes, or be a dentist and have a passion. I think somewhere, I've always tried to go on platforms where I can motivate a lot of women, where I can, whether it's been schools, it's been colleges, it's been women's forums. And that's what I always do. I always say that, women need to, of course, now it's high time we go, beyond the norms of just being daughters and housewives and
That's
you have to get out of that loop, and you have to, as you spoke about self love, you
yeah,
have to adopt your passions. You have to go out there and do what makes you happy, and
absolutely.
go by the societal norms of what a woman should do or could do or should do.
But more people coming out in the open and discussing about it, I think that makes a world of difference.
It
And
does.
I see that you beautifully dabble from one thing to the other. This also shows that you're not limiting your mind. I'll only do this. There's a suddenly there's so much to learn from you. There's so much to learn from you. And I think not only me, I think so many people are learning from this. Trust me, you're such an inspiration. I'm so proud to be knowing you.
Oh my God. Gosh, it's so nice,
Tell
and
me
I'm
about
still
the recent
enjoying.
book that you are reading then.
Yeah, it's called Heal Your Life by Louis Hay.
Hey, that's a beautiful book.
That's
It's,
a beautiful book.
it is. I remember somebody
It's
gifting it to me years ago, and I thought when I read it for the first time, I thought it was beautiful. such positive affirmations. So I think at the end of the day, whatever said and done, we need so much positivity around us, isn't it?
That's true. That's true.
Because
And that's
whatever
what I
said
was.
and done, being human beings, we do dip, yeah. Come on, you
Of
know.
course, it's very normal. It's very normal. I feel like work keeps us busy, but when you're not working, you tend to kind of dip down because you have a lot of that space in your head. So you need to really fill that up with a lot of positive experiences, doing things that make you positive. And I think this was one book which I came across, and the affirmations also when you're going through the book, by the end of the book, your entire mindset changes
Oh yeah,
completely. The
it does.
importance of because she's affirming the importance of positive thoughts, the
Absolutely.
importance of how your life is, of course, the law of attraction. And every time you go negative after reading this book, every time you go a bit negative, you start getting really conscious, that, oh my god, I'm putting out those energies.
Conscious living. It's conscious living is very important. I'm sure as a doctor, even you would think so.
Yeah, I think on a personal front also, I believe in that. And of course, even as a doctor, yeah.
Like you said, you're doing little courses, short courses, or whatever. I think we are all evolving by doing things like that. When we
Yeah.
upgrade our own thought, I think इससे बड़ी बात कुछ नहीं होती है. What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, and I feel it's very important to be productive. Very productive. You can be productive, sitting at home. Also, it doesn't mean you have to go out and you have to work and you have to have a job or.
Yeah.
I'm talking in terms of adopting passions, keeping yourself busy with it. I'm talking in terms of as of now, in terms of the lockdown and the pandemic, especially because considering we have a lot of time right now, we're at home. We're not going to our jobs, so we can inculcate a lot of habits, like they say the 21-day challenge. They say it takes 21 days to break a habit or make a habit. So it's a beautiful time for you to use those 21 days where you can change a lot of aspects of your life. There's so much available online, so we're very lucky in today's times. We can go on, we can Google, we can get onto YouTube, we can get a lot of information related to a lot of things. So yeah, keep yourself productive, keep yourself, and you don't have to always be positive also. You have to understand that it's very normal for you to also have days when you're low, to have days when you don't feel 100%. It's absolutely fine. But at the same time, it is important for you to learn how to not keep sulking and staying in those energies, but to get into it and then bounce back. So
Beautiful.
that's what I feel,
Very beautiful. I think what you're just teaching us is how do you convert your negativity into positivity. That's very
Agreed.
important. This is an aspect which I think everybody should learn.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you one very strange question, which is that do you regret anything?
Do I regret anything? Okay. I don't think I'm a person who has lived a life of regret.
Wow.
If there have been experiences that anybody else would have seen as regret, I have taken those as challenges that really taught me a lot. And I think that's what, when you change the mindset towards a certain aspect of your life, understanding that those experiences which you would idly call as a regret, have actually been experiences that have shaped me and made me the person I am today, and they've brought me to the point of being who I am. So when I look back, and even if I feel slightly regretful about a situation, I tend to put my thought completely into it and see that how could I have avoided it? How could I have not had that experience, and learn from it? And if I'd not had that experience, of course, I would not be putting these 2 points across.
Lovely.
So yes.
I think you did. Tell me one song that you love.
One song that I love is Hotel California by Eagles. That is my favorite song.
Beautiful song.
Love it.
Yeah, and I think
love
it any time.
Yeah. And being a 4G kid, I think that's one song which all of us have grown up listening to. So one song which if I'm sitting and I hear that, I'll just stand up with joy. So
wow. So I think what your message to the world would be joy, and follow your passion. Anything that you would like to say? Last few words.
I would like to say that yes, don't get stuck in the norms of living life. just with your responsibilities. Of course, those responsibilities are a part of your life, will always be a part of your life. But apart from that, you have to also think about, what are the dreams and passions that you have. Because there were two things which I, in fact, in a recent Zoom call had shared. One, of course, was that I said, even in school, during your formative period, during your education period, during your school period, you're always told that apart from your studies, apart from that, you also have to be indulged in extracurricular activities, whether it's sports or dancing or any of those, or art. So we always tend to forget that when we become adults, that
True.
our life is not just about our work, or taking care of our families. Our life is also beyond that. So we need to apply it. We need to have a passion. We need to do the things that make us happy, whatever it is, whether it's travel, whether it is a sport, whether it is picking up an activity, learning a new language. So do that. Life is beyond responsibilities, just responsibilities. Life is beyond just living every day with the same routine. So that's one thing. And secondly, there was this group of women who had asked me that, what is your message to people in terms of how do you juggle your profession and passion? And I said, when a woman can juggle taking care of the kids, waking up in the morning, she can make breakfast for the entire family, then get her kids ready for school. She then gets ready herself, goes to work, comes back. So, and then handles all those responsibilities at work. When she can do that, we can also have a job and a passion. We can do that. So that's my message to people out there.
That's so fantastic. I think that's very rightly said by you, is that let's not live a boring life, a routine.
Boring Indian life. Let's go beyond that
It's pretty
and
lethal.
truly live life.
It is, it is. I think we should see what we really love from within, whatever we are passionate about. We must keep this going till the end. And I think then the life becomes more interesting. Thank you
Exactly.
so much, Niharika, for coming and taking on this time
Welcome.
and this conversation. Lots of love.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me on this platform. It's been lovely talking to you. Thank you for giving me a platform to voice, my thoughts and what I believe all about life.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you.